Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Gravitas AI live series. Today we will be delving into the heart of Gravitas AI and will discuss its vision, mission, and ambition. And what makes this session even more special is that we are joined by none other than the co founder of Gravitas AI, Mr. Aarsh Srivastava. Welcome to the session, sir.
Thank you, Vishali. Thanks for hosting me today. I'm really looking forward to a very enlightening session with you, an interesting one as well.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Now it's time to hit the short and exciting Q&A session. So, Arsh, before we move further, we would like to hear a bit about the backstory directly from you. So, what inspired you and your fellow founders to establish Gravitas AI, and how has the vision evolved over time?
All right, okay. So I've been into IT industry for close to about 15 years, and particularly in the AI domain for close to about a decade. So the story starts from there, and my interest in artificial intelligence particularly spans out from the fact that I have a deep interest in maths, and the basics of all of that is maths. So my education has been into this sector as well, into artificial intelligence and data science. So quite inspired from that, I picked up some projects when I was in UK regarding artificial intelligence. Led world's first healthcare chatbot back in 2016, and thereafter a lot of POC projects and quite interesting projects in the space of automation of Facebook Messenger automations, annotations of like unstructured content. So there's a lot of interesting things going on, and then I met these co-founders who are from different areas of expertise, particularly in the area of technology, risk, compliance, security, and subject matter expertise. So that's how we got interested and we started working together to formulate this idea of producing a platform of conversational AI, as we identified the gaps were there in the market in terms of providing the solution, which are very use case driven. So, we started with healthcare as a journey first, giving that one of the co-founders has a very deep expertise in the healthcare domain, and myself was also working in the healthcare domain for long. So that is how we started, and here we are.
Thank you, Harsh. Your insights were truly enlightening, and how you guys met was really a chance of matter, and it was great. So, now can you please throw some light on the specific goals or objectives that Gravitas AI aim to achieve through its product and services, and how do these align with its mission?
So the mission of the company is to enhance customer delight and optimize employee productivity, and we are working with all the stones unturned, and we're working towards that goal, and we're trying to produce that into the solutioning which we are doing. So whatever solution we are trying to provide has keep user at the center of the solutioning, and that is how we are working. We are actually working sector by sector, so that we can focus on a particular sector and try to understand most of the challenges of that as we start progressing, and we're taking a milestone based approach so that we can start achieving the low hanging fruits first, and thereafter keep brainstorming and keep adding to the product. So we started with a vision of having an enterprise AI assistant, but that is a very large goal to achieve. And to achieve that, we have focused ourselves into niche sectors and trying to provide a solution which is end to end, with infusion of conversational AI and artificial intelligence, other technologies of AI into it as much as we can, so that we can reduce the effort, time, and cost being used or utilized by organizations in trying to manage those activities, and at the same time try to provide a very seamless and convenient the convenient uh, support to the end customers as well.
Yes, Gravitas AI has its basic mission of customer delight, and it is really great as today businesses have to really focus on making the customer satisfied. So, now having discussed the objectives and its alignment with its mission, let's move our attention to the technological frontiers that drive the company's innovation. So, Arsh, can you please discuss any recent advancements or innovations in AI and technology that have been integrated into Gravitas AI's offerings?
Yep. So we're quite a R&D driven organization, and we have a lot. set up for R&D, which is very separate than the technology delivery department. We have been utilizing a lot of existing infrastructure and existing services to create new solutions, but at the same time, there's a parallel activity going on in terms of researching more. As a result of that, we produced our own algorithm for natural language paraphrasing, which was trained on about 400 plus million rows of 400,000 plus million rows of natural language data. That tool is able to very effectively paraphrase. And now that with the advent of LLM models, we have taken a slightly different approach to mix it up. Basically, so we are utilizing the power of the LLM models and also utilizing our APIs and algorithms which we have developed to come up with a hybrid approach so that we can provide solutions which are more conversational, user driven, and trying to provide the right kind of support which the audience needs. Apart from that, we are into multilingual space. We support about 100 plus global languages. We already active solutions. We've got all active solutions in about say 15 plus Indian languages in India, and apart from that, into at global level as well. We are also working on some other techniques which can further augment the experience. For example, understanding and recognizing the manual handwritten text, which is a big problem in many sectors. For example, reading out the manual handwritten text, which is sometimes written over the printed invoices or prescription text, etc. So we're working on those technologies so that that can be further added to the existing platform which we have, and can be utilized to further augment the experience of the end user. In terms of more research on the NLP side, we are working on the RAG models. There's a particular push on the type of conversations we do. So we are exclusively focusing a lot on the vernacularity of concept of the linguistic conversations. And in that, we were doing a lot of text-based bots, but we have also started working on different language-driven bots as well. So as a part of it, soon the Hindi voice bots will be released, which will be producing the output and input, and they were capable of doing inputs in voice and text output, text input and voice output, and voice input and voice output as well. Further to that, we have also started working on some local level concepts. For example, using of a local type of language written in English. For example, if I consider Hindi type of conversation in English is typically what we call English as a keyword. So we also
Right.
started implementing bots into that in that space so that we can capture that type of conversation and produce the result in the same way, so that the end user who's typically very used to writing up text in that format is not deviating from their end. The whole idea and concept of working on these type of concepts is that we don't want the user to shift from a lot from what they traditionally do, but in that space still be able to execute the technology in a way that people are still getting the right kind of support through automation and AI technologies.
Sorry, I got little net connectivity issues. So yeah, that's really amazing. So one thing that caught my attention in this whole answer to this question was that we can work on 100 plus multilingual languages. That's really amazing. Like, how are we moving ahead of technology that we are able to achieve such great things? And the part of English that we can talk, that a chatbot Tina can talk both in Hindi and English all together. That's really amazing. So now let's move to the most awaited question that most of the people must be waiting for, that how does Gravitas AI differentiate itself through its product and services, and what unique value does it bring to its customers?
So, how we differentiate in the vast ocean of suppliers who are into artificial intelligence is user centricity of the solutions. We are not provisioning general or generic solutions, which is applicable to all but can't be customized. So, we are very much user centric and sector driven. So what we're trying to do differently is that we are trying to solve use cases of a particular sector. So we are trying to produce specific platforms for that particular sector instead of just doing solutions which is on a broad level or high level applicable to all. So that is a space where we are trying to differentiate ourselves with others, and we have been quite successful in that in certain sectors. I'm not naming the sectors, but definitely certain sectors like healthcare, education, etc. We have been able to produce quality platforms where it's very different and holistic. We are taking a 360-degree approach to providing the solution. So that is something which differentiates us from the rest of the companies.
Thank you, Arsh. So, one of the key things we get to know from Arsh is that Gravitas AI focuses on understanding their customer needs and challenges. Instead of just being offering off-the-shelf solutions, they take the time to listen and tailor their offerings to address specific pain points, and that's what really matters for every business. So, with this, Arsh, I want to know the long-term vision for Gravitas AI and how does the company plan to achieve it in the future?
Yes, long-term vision for us is to achieve the goal, as I mentioned at the start, the enterprise AI assistant. But that enterprise AI assistant is not a generic version. It's a sector driven, use case driven platform which is differentiated for different sectors and also subsectors within it. So, like for example, if you consider a case of healthcare, then we are not only should not be only be in a space of that providing a healthcare solution as a platform with AI for the end client, but it should be something in the space of, say, we've got specific something for the ophthalmology sector, or specific something which is specific to the cardiology, something which is specific to the dental segment. So that is how we are going. This is the level of granularity we are trying to produce, and this is what is the larger vision, that we are able to cover most of the sectors with sector driven approach augmented with artificial intelligence and process automation.
Thank you, Ash, for your insights. And this has enlightened our audience also, I hope. And with that, we have reached the end of our exciting discussion. Thank you, Ash, for sharing your invaluable insights and expertise with our audience today.
Thank you, Rishari. Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you for all our audience. Remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Stay tuned for upcoming interesting live sessions. Thank you.